Welcome to The Source, where we combine the headlines with in-depth conversations with the newsmakers themselves. Today on the program, the relentless and chilling war on drugs continues.
I don't think that there is a sense of impunity here. It's probably unfair if we say that there is a feeling or sense of impunity sa atin.
And the Philippine National Police shifts its focus to high-value targets.
The calibration here will mean na yung sabi ko nga, the Oversight Committee will look into the different accomplishment and performances of the different provinces and cities.
And cleaning up its own ranks.
Yung mga kababayan natin na nasa watchlist lang, tinutokhang natin eh. Why can we do it to the police personnel also?
Also, the president's fight versus so-called ninja cops.
5 million sa ninja cops. Kasi pag hindi kayo nag-surrender, dadagdagan ko yan. 1 million per month.
With the reward of millions of pesos. PNP Chief Director General Oscar Albayalde joins us live. And later, afraid of trying anything new this ghost month? How about this ghost meal for a change? That's for today's In Focus. Thank you for joining us. I'm Pinky Webb. The Philippine National Police says that the recalibrated war on drugs strategy remains to be relentless but less bloody. Also, despite opposition from human rights groups, what happens now to erring policemen after President Rodrigo Duterte offers a reward for the capture of policemen involved in the illegal drug trade, or the so-called ninja cops? And is there a brewing plot by the CIA to kill President Duterte? Let's go straight to the source of the story. PNP Chief Director General Oscar Albayalde. General, good to see you again, sir.
Thank you for having me again.
Sabi niyo po 4 months pa lang mula nang umupo kayong head ng PNP.
Yes.
And it feels like
2 years already.
has it been, you were exposed to this prior to, obviously, no? Because kayo po yung talagang kasama then ni PNP Chief Bato de la Rosa. Is it much harder now? How has that changed, yung shift niyo from NCRPO Chief, obviously now to head of the PNP?
Basically, yes, it's a bit harder, but it's more lonely now. It's because you're alone on top. No? It's different when you're the regional director. You have several RDs also along with you. No, you have like 18 RDs, the same RDs as you. So you can ask, ideas from them. And when you're the chief PNP, mag-isa ka, you're on top. Parang alone ka doon eh. You're all alone.
Is it harder than you expected?
Basically, not really. It's because number one, because of not much pressure coming from politics, not much pressure coming from the president, because all the president has said to us is to work and do what is right. No? Basically, the office of the president doesn't meddle with, especially with assignments. So we can do what we want, what we think is right, and we can assign people, no, where we want to assign them. You can choose people, the right person at the right position.
No one's ever called you to put somebody in a certain position?
Well, there's some yes, of course, some politicians, yes, yeah. No, some influential people, but not as much as before.
Talaga, sir?
Yes.
Marami. Okay, let's talk about the war on drugs. Very recently, sir, your spokesperson gave us a number. What was very telling during that press briefing, I believe that was in Malacanang a couple of days ago, was that he said this, Superintendent Durana, ang sanabi po niya, when the war on drugs started, there were 105 deaths weekly. And because this was recalibrated, possibly he said that there more probably human rights awareness, sir. From 105 deaths weekly, bumaba daw yan ng 23 deaths per week, sir. Is this consistent with what you know?
Yes,
okay.
Yes, it really went down. Yes.
And what do you attribute this to?
Well, number one, when we started the war on drugs, many really meddled with the, many engaged also took advantage of the war on drugs. No, nakita naman natin even before there were many even non-government organizations, some groups. There's from one group to another there meron silang away.
Infighting.
Yes,
among
infighting among
the people involved
yes,
in drugs.
yes. And also the ninja cops also.
Yeah.
No, and those other dismissed policemen were engaged in not to mention also some active. No, not active. Di naman namin pwedeng i-deny yan because we were able to arrest one actually from the Southern Police District before when I was still the regional director. No, now because of the recalibration, there was strict vetting. No, that's one strict vetting on who the policemen or personnel that should be engaged in drug operations. So ito yung na-limit kasi. No, na-limit kasi yung mga involved sa illegal na drugs.
But those suspected, General, ang nangyayari naman po, just for the sake of letting us know, nililipat lang naman sila hindi ba?
No.
They're
no,
reassigned?
No.
On mere suspicion pa lang.
Yes, on mere suspicion.
Let's say, so, Mr. Policeman, ayoko kasing PO1, SPO, unfair, a certain policeman is thought of or there is suspicion that that person is involved in drugs, pero wala pa pong kaso. Anong ginagawa niyo dun sa taong yon or dun sa pinagdududahan ninyo?
Like what we do is we maintain a counterintelligence watch list. No, in our list we have more than 1,000, probably 1,700 as of this time.
That's what I wanted to clarify.
Yes.
1,700, sir, involved in illegal drugs or involved in illegal activities?
Illegal activities. That's from
na.
extortion, kidnapping, mga kotong. Yeah, that's everything already.
Pati kotong?
Yeah. Yes.
1,700 lang?
Yes.
Parang ang konti, sir.
No, yung talagang nag-orbit diyan, you know what happened in Caloocan, I think yung kumukuha sa mga vendors, yun pati yun included yan. Those are all included.
So the PNP CI Counterintelligence Task Force or CITF
Yes.
has a number of about 1,700 policemen involved
Yes.
in illegal activities. And out of the 1,700, sir, what is being done right now?
They're being validated. The information are being validated. As like what you said, kung wala tayong makuhang ebidensya, but we strongly believe that they're really involved in illegal activity, what we do is we transfer them outside their present assignment.
Until they get caught.
Well, one thing is they probably would stop. It's because they will be removed from their sphere of influence.
Yeah.
That's one thing. That's one prevention that we do.
But General, when you reassign them, don't they already know na mukhang pinagsususpetsahan na ako? Kaya
Once when you're assigned, especially in Mindanao, if you're from Luzon, then you'll be from Mindanao, alam na kagad yan.
Oo, alam na nila na mukhang nahuhuli ako
they
or may
know.
pinag-iisipan
Yes,
sa
they
akin
have ideas already.
Yeah,
Yes.
so there's nothing else you can do except reassign them?
Yes, it's because we can hardly get substantial evidence to file cases against them.
So right now you have about 1,700 members of the police force who may be involved in illegal activities or who are involved in illegal activities. Sir, because we said earlier that the 105 deaths weekly to 23 deaths per week, you were saying, of course, also that the war on drugs is less bloody now. Ano ho ang ibig sabihin nun?
Another thing is we are focused on the high value targets, what we call the high value targets, especially those that are in the watch list. No, in the watch list.
This is
Kasi
drugs,
before it's like a shotgun approach Di ba? Makita mo even the Tokhang, it was like a shotgun approach. We go from house to house kahit na sabi nila you go from one subdivision to another even if there are no people there who are in the watch list or probably wala kang information that some of the members there are using illegal drugs.
Yeah.
So what we do now is we concentrate on the watch list. Kaya ganun.
For high value targets?
Yes. And even in the Tokhang.
So dun sa high value targets nyo, sir, ilan ho yan?
As of now, we still have around 9,000.
Na high
The whole
value targets?
Philippines, yes. Because because of the recalibration that we did, we have new list now. Kasi hindi naman mauubos yan
Pwede pang dumami.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Diba?
Yeah, actually, it went up a little. From 9,800, it went up to 9,900 as of this time.
When you say high value, what does that mean? Who are high value targets? Those involved in big time
Not really big time. In a barangay, probably siya ang source, something like that. No? Or probably meron siyang network. Not that street pusher that you usually see dun sa alley or
Yung tingi-tingi bumibili or sa maliliit na sachet, hindi yon. Somebody who is a little bit more involved in the trade of illegal drugs would
and
be.
who has more connections probably to a higher source.
Okay. And then, so high-value targets, you have about 9,000. Sir, ilan na ho ba? Kasi there is, of course, this criticism that you are focused more on the poor. Hindi ho ba? In terms of high-value targets, how many have been caught or arrested?
I don't have the exact data, but if you'll compare it or kung tignan mo yung the amount of recovery, no? The amount of recovery since the President assumed office in 2016, the amount of recovery of illegal drugs is already 25 billion pesos.
The amount?
Yes, 25 billion pesos. So if you see that we're not concentrating on big-time sources, probably you could not even recover amount of 5 million if you focus on street pushers.
25B?
25 billion.
Nasa na ho si 25 billion pesos worth of drugs?
Well, some were already, most of the evidence are with the crime lab.
But if you talk about, I mean, sir, I can't imagine what 25 billion pesos worth of drugs is. Parang, ano, would that be more marijuana, shabu,
Shabu is
cocaine?
basically shabu. Basically, ang pinakamarami is shabu.
Yun pa rin
and then
ang
the next
ginagamit.
is marijuana pa rin.
Marijuana pa rin.
Yes.
All
Then
right.
the ecstasy, the cocaine.
And then cocaine. So you were talking about kasi the shotgun approach before, hindi ho ba? Because parang yun nga yung ginagawa dati. Are you saying mali ho ba yun?
No, not really. Probably, actually, ano yun eh, maganda nga yung naging resulta. It resulted, ang nangyari lang, it's because people were relating it to the killings, yung tokhang especially. Kapag namatay yung tao, when somebody dies because of police operations or by bus operations, they say natokhang siya.
Yeah.
So that's one thing.
And but would you submit that there have been violations by the police on this tokhang approach, sir?
Well, some really there were violations. In fact, we charged our policemen, our own policemen. We charged around more than 600 on our own, more than 600 besides from the more than 300 charged by the Commission of Human Rights.
So 600 among policemen have been charged of what, sir?
Human rights.
Human rights
Yes,
violations.
we charge them with the Internal Affairs Service.
So,
also,
but sa
for
IAS,
administrative, yes.
so sa IAS, sir, sa Internal Affairs
For
Service,
violation of human rights, yes.
and then, are they reassigned to another place, sir? Or ano ho ba sila? Ano nangyari pag na-charge na sila ng human rights violations?
They're still facing their charges as of this time.
Pero they're still in active service.
Yes, and most of them were prohibited from engaging in anti-illegal drugs operations.
All right, because we were talking about what, sir? Ilang billion ulit? It's so big. I don't even
Yes,
know what a
almost
billion is.
25B.
25 billion pesos worth of drugs. And here comes the ninja cops that the president was saying. Just for the benefit of our viewers, ninja cops are policemen who are involved in the illegal drug trade. How? By recycling, tama ho, no? Drugs that have been previously confiscated. We'll be asking the general about that after the break. This is The Source on CNN Philippines. Also, still to come, is there a brewing plot to kill the president? PNP Chief Oscar Albayalde will still be with us after the break. You're watching The Source on CNN Philippines. Our guest today, PNP Chief Director General Oscar Albayalde. Sir, ninja cops, 5 million dead. Sabi ni Pangulo, I will give you, reward you 5 million pesos pag dinala mo sa akin ng patay. Let's listen to the President's statement.
5 million sa ninja cops. Surrender within 48 hours. Kasi pag hindi kayo nag-surrender, dadagdagan ko yan. 1 million per month.
Sir, meron na bang nag-surrender doon sa 48 hours?
As of this time pala.
Wala.
None yet. As of this time, none yet.
Hindi, ano kaya yun? Hindi natakot o natakot kaya hindi nag-surrender?
Well, probably they don't want to admit that they're ninja cops or they're involved in something illegal.
Do you agree though? I mean, I know I guess I would know the kind of answer you'd give me, but when the president says 5 million dead, pero pag buhay, mas mababa, mas mababa ang reward money, sir.
Well, remember,
Paano ba yun?
the 5 million will not be given to the policeman actually who operated. The 5 million will be given to the person who gave the information that led to the positive outcome of the operation.
Right.
Yes.
Sabi mo nga hindi police kasi they might
Yes.
end up to be bounty hunters.
Tama.
Yeah,
Yes.
but still, sir, how do you safeguard? How does somebody safeguard his life if the president says, the Ninja Cup, sir, ha? If the president says 5 million dead, di ang takot na lang siguro nung ano, kasi ang laki ng reward kung mamatay, kung patay siya.
Yes, they should be. Yeah, they should be scared, really. But marami pa rin na-involved. We really don't know why. No? Just like in Taguig, remember the Taguig incident? No? And they're not even members of the Drug Enforcement Unit.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, sir, is do you agree that it's correct to have a 5 million reward for a dead Ninja Cop?
Well, I really don't know whether there's a reward or not. We will go after these ninja cops, really.
Yeah.
And not only the ninja cops, all the erring personnel of the PNP.
Okay, but you have, of course, a Commission on Human Rights saying that dapat ho, the removal from service must not be by death, which promotes vigilantism. Yun po, I guess, is the question. With a president's statement like that, I know you're having a hard time answering
Yes,
this, sir.
actually, kung compare naman natin dun sa mga naman, these are only very few. Remember, from the day that the president assumed office, we've already dismissed 1,998. Yeah, 1,997 of our personnel for various reasons. No? Comparing naman dun sa mga naman, just very few. Maybe you can count them with your fingers.
So ngayon, do you feel that they're more scared, the Ninja Cops, sir?
They should be.
They should be. All right, the president also had a statement very recently in Cebu regarding this. Let's listen.
Yan ang talisay. Ang talisay na yan. Mahurot mo diha. Hinay-hinay. Pulis ninyo, diri Cebu, puro adik. Halos tanan. Hasta inyo mga opisyal. Hasta inyong mga pideya. Imbis na taas na ang ranggong niya, that is treason. It's the highest form of infidelity that you can commit against your country. Kauluot mo, kasayang ang pagka-mayor mo. Gastos ng tao tapos keep on denying. Ilang beses ka na inambos. Matatag ka talaga. Uot ka. Huwag mo akong takutin na military ka.
Let's start with that, sir. Cebu policemen into drugs. Help us understand the situation, sir.
Well, number one, if you remember, yung mga previous, especially the high-ranking general before, no, he came from Cebu.
Sino po ito?
Well, yung you know who, 'di ba? Yung,
They don't,
yung mga,
sir.
yung mga na-mention niya early noon pa, the day the president assumed office, no, yung mga tinatawag ng mga narco generals. Kasi meron doon na na-assign doon as the regional director of Cebu. And we have information also that it was during that time or before the Duterte administration, most of the Cebu cops really were engaged in extortion on illegal drugs. And
Most?
some,
Really,
yes, yun yung nakuha nating information. That's why there was purging there from yun, kasama the RD, the provincial director, the chiefs of police, the city director, kasama lahat yun. And a lot of personnel in Cebu. And they were charged really, yung iba. Ang nakita kasi doon is parang nangyari is yung ginawang regular yung pagbigay. You know, parang yung pag-orbit ba? Yung alam mo naman yung PNP lingo na orbit, no.
Sir, kwento niyo na lang sa kanila kung ano yung orbit.
Yung pag-iikot. So they go from house to house kung sino ang nakita nila na ito ay nagtutulak. Instead of them
Hulihin.
being arrested, hinihingan na lang ng pera on a weekly basis, parang ganun.
Yeah.
So yun yung nangyari doon.
What about now? What is the situation? If you said that in the past,
That
that's
changed
how
a lot, really.
In the past, yung sinabi nyo, halos lahat sila involved. How about
Naging
now?
para kasing naging kultura sa kanila yon, no? Naging it's as if it's become a culture. Kaya napalit lahat yon. It's because we changed the commanders, all the commanders in the province of Cebu.
So, what is the situation now among Cebu policemen, sir? Is it okay na? Meron pa rin? How big is the problem?
Just recently, there were encounters also by the counterintelligence task force there. Remember, merong namatay. Even I think it's a senior inspector pa nga involved in recycling of illegal drugs. So talagang meron ka rin naman.
Pero sinasabi niyo, sir, it's greatly improved, at least from
Yes,
the...
it greatly improved now. It's because we changed all the commanders.
Right.
Yung mga commanders nandun, the city director of Cebu, the regional director. No, the regional director is new also.
So, we were talking about ninja cops, and the president is saying there's a 5 million peso reward for a dead ninja cop. Sir, again, we already talked about this. The money is not going to go to the policeman. It's going to go to the informant, civilian.
informant, yes.
Do you know where the 5 million is coming from? Baka naman...
No, I don't know.
Hindi naman sa inyo?
No,
Hindi naman sa
not for
budget
me.
ng...
No, of course. Wala kami niyan. Meron kami is those that are approved by the DILG and the NAPOLCOM.
All right, sir, the president time and again is saying that there is a threat to his life by the CIA. Do you have any information on this? What do you know about it?
Well, with regards to probably yung specific yung CIS, we really don't have any information as far as the Philippine National Police is concerned. No, although if you're a president, there's always be a threat on your life. Automatic yon. There's always that assumption na palaging may threat sa buhay mo.
Yeah.
That's very important so that you can prepare for that security.
But you have
That's
no
one thing.
information
Yes.
whatsoever
Yes.
about this. Also, Naga, sir, what is the latest that? A hotbed of Cebu. You talked about Cebu. Let's talk about Naga now, sir.
Well, it's the same, no? Naga
Is it a
kasi,
hotbed of Cebu, sir?
well, in the previous years kasi, remember, may mga na-recover dyan ng mga big shabu labs, no? In the previous years. And just 2 or 3 months ago, dyan yung mga papasok dyan ng mga shabu and remember from the shorelines in the Bicol region, not necessarily in Naga City, no, in the Bicol region, like in Camarines Sur, ilang beses na naka-recover ng mga kilos of cocaine dyan, floating in the sea.
Yung sa sea,
Yes,
oo.
yung sa and then another yung mga tinago ng mga fishermen.
Yeah.
So ito siguro ang nakakarating sa presidente.
Yeah, but do you agree that Naga is a hotbed of Cebu, sir?
Oh, when you say of hotbed, parang source kasi talaga yan, no?
Parang siya yung
source.
pinagkukunan, siya yung kung saan laganap.
I really don't know where the president got his information on that. But as far as we're concerned, marami rin naman talaga doon sa Bicol region yan. No? In all other regions din naman.
Yeah.
Pero yun nga, kasi yan is a shore yan eh. Shoreline.
Sir, but we are an
pumapasok
archipelago.
doon. So, yes,
Daming
everywhere.
shoreline sa
Pero mas
Pilipinas.
marami kasing pumapasok kasi doon na namonitor, kaya ganun. Kasi yan. Yes.
Okay, so but is it any more different than other places in the Philippines, sir?
Probably...
Is it fair to say it's a hotbed of shabu?
I don't know. It's probably yun ang nagamit ng ating presidente. No?
But
Probably
do your numbers say that?
We have, well,
Meron.
meron talaga.
Pero
Meron
hindi
naman
hotbed?
talaga. Hindi, not necessarily siyang pinaka naman, no? Pinaka hot na Pero meron talaga.
Okay, General, what can we expect in the next, I know you said you've been here 4 months, it feels like 2 years, sir. What do we expect in the next coming days? Because we did have the numbers already. We'll flash that on your screen, the anti-drug operations, drug personalities arrested, drug personalities who died in anti-drug operations. But in general, sir, what can the public expect now, cleansing your own ranks and, of course, those involved in illegal activities, the public, those private citizens involved in illegal activities?
Number one, well, of course, we will continue with our relentless war against drugs. The President even said it will be relentless and chilling. So let it be relentless and chilling. No, but that doesn't mean that there will be more blood in the streets.
Sabi mo, less bloody.
Yes, right. So it can be chilling pero less blood, di ba? It can be chilling but less blood. Pwede naman yun di ba? So and of course, while we are doing this, the very important kasi yung aming internal cleansing dito. And our internal cleansing really, it involves yung sinasabi namin, it's preventive, it's punitive, and it's restorative. No? When we say of ano kasi ng preventive, we start from the roots. Even from the recruitment phase.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing actually now. No, yung mga recruits natin, we post their names in social media, sa mga dyaryo, sa newspapers, no. And then yung aming background investigation, talagang kailangan ngayon, it's the person who conducted the background investigation should sign so that we can go back.
May accountability.
Yes, accountability.
Yeah.
We put accountability on the person that conducted the complete background investigation and the chief of police.
All right. Sir, very quickly lang, what is the result of the Board of Inquiry on the Samar misencounter, sir?
As of this time, I still don't have the formal report or the final report coming from the BOI. It's because the same BOIs are now back in Northern Samar to conduct the investigation on the Lapinig station, which was overrun just this month.
Okay.
So I don't still have the but one thing there is ang nakita namin, it started from the poor coordination basically. There's a poor coordination, there was coordination, but really, yung level nga ang problema. The level of coordination, that's one thing. The day one that we were there.
Somewhere, no?
No, it started from the poor coordination talaga. If there was really a good coordination between the PNP and the AFP, particularly from the armed forces, army, then probably hindi nangyari yun.
But you have the report already?
No, I still don't have the formal
I see,
report
because
yet.
you're
The
back
final
in,
report wala pa.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, we'll be taking another short break. We'll be right back. All right, well, we're back. Just a clarification, sir. You mentioned 600 human rights violations during, is it Tokhang? Yung sinabi niyo pong meron na kayong chinarge, the Internal Affairs Service?
Yes.
600
that
policemen.
includes the Tokhang and the double barrel,
So it's the war on drugs?
It's war on drugs. The
Yung
double barrel
600
is
na
war
yun.
on drugs.
Yeah,
Yes.
yun po yun. All right, just to clarify that. Sir, good luck. You still have a long way to go.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, General. Good to always have you. Thank you for joining us here on The Source. I'm Pinky Webb. You're watching CNN Philippines.